Low frequency rising from the basement of time. One breath divided by the winds, yet exhaling a single smoke. Listen to the resonance of the marrow. The wind carried the pollen to the edge of the map. Beyond the saltwater bruise and the cartographer's trap, we are the embers glowing under the city's frost. A constellation of kin that was never truly lost. The iron skeletons rise where the baobab once stood, but the sap still dictates the laws of the wood. Every concrete corridor is an artery of the ancient, carrying the fever of a people who remain patient. Can you hear the subterranean hum? Lower than the thunder, deeper than the drum. It bypasses the ear to strike the center of the chest. A restless gravity that will never let us rest. It is the collective pulse of the scattered tribe, a cosmic resonance, a holy unwritten vibe through the static and the wires of the grey machine. We are the current flowing in the space between one heartbeat, refracted through 1,000 miles, synthesized in the rhythm of the spirit's trial. We speak in the silence of the heavy rolling reverb, a language of the marrow, a tonic of the bitter herb. No border can sever the invisible umbilical cord. The frequency is sharper than any centurion sword. From the neon peak to the valley of the dry bone, the signal is constant, we are never truly alone. We are the driftwood that remembers the forest name, different tongues flickering from the same ancestral flame. Can you hear the subterranean hum? Lower than the thunder, deeper than the drum. It bypasses the ear to strike the center of the chest. A restless gravity that will never let us rest. It is the collective pulse of the scattered tribe, a cosmic resonance, a holy unwritten vibe through the static and the wires of the grey machine. We are the current flowing in the space between one heartbeat, refracted through 1,000 miles, synthesized in the rhythm of the spirit's trial. Gather the echoes from the four corners of the gate. The anchor is heavy but the spirit is the same. Synchronize the breath, align the vertebrae of the soul. The fragments are moving to make the circle whole. Dug the world into a state of grace. Erase the lines and find the original face. It is the collective pulse of the scattered tribe, a cosmic resonance, a holy unwritten vibe through the static and the wires of the grey machine. We are the current flowing in the space between one heartbeat, refracted to 1,000 miles, synthesized in the rhythm of the spirit's trial. Pulse of the many, echo of the one. Resonate through the concrete, resonate through the sun. The scattered find the rhythm, the tribe is the sound, deep in the foundation. Common ground, common ground. Sovereign soul. The horizon is a copper cup overflowing, spilling indigo wine on the edge of the deep. Clouds stagger through the amber glowing, while the ancient promises the prophets keep. My spirit is a fortress built of cedar and stone, untouched by the shadows that the empires cast. I stand on the shoreline entirely alone. The future is breathing on the neck of the past. The heavy rhythm is the only law I obey, watching the fire turn the ocean to gray. The sky is reeling in a crimson daze, lost in the velvet of the evening haze. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can claim the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Babylon builds fences of rusted wire, but they cannot fence the scent of the rain. Every heartbeat is a funeral pyre for the ego and its heavy gilded chain. I am the unmapped island in a digital sea, a frequency vibrating beyond their control. The gravity of mercy has set me free to dance where the celestial thunders roll. The heavy rhythm is the only law I obey, watching the fire turn the ocean to gray. The sky is reeling in a crimson daze, lost in the velvet of the evening haze. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can claim the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Echoes in the valley where the shadows dance, a trance of the spirit, not a game of chance. The sun is a coin melting into the brine. The kingdom is within and the kingdom is mine. I stay steady while the firmament swings. The peacock of heaven is spreading its wings. Over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can claim the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Let the colors spill while the world stands still. Sovereign soul in the amber glow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Sovereign soul. tide recedes into a hollow hum, vibration rising from the sediment. White crystals bloom upon the driftwood bone, a calcified language left in the undertone. The manganese depths breathe a heavy low, tracing the scars where the red corals grow. We walk on the teeth of a sleeping reef, sifting through grains of an ancient grief. The brine is an ink that the moon will write on the obsidian canvas of a windless night. Can you hear the limestone sighing? Can you feel the petrified currents crying? The salted echo of forgotten shores, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restores. Babylon mirrors are cracked by the spray. The ghost of the galleon is drifting away. They buried the truth in the silt and the clay, but the ocean speaks in a different way. A rhythmic pulse in the marrow of time, washing the filth and the soot and the grime. From the abyss where the silence is gold, the stories of kings and the captives unfold. Can you hear the limestone sighing? Can you feel the petrified currents crying? The salted echo of forgotten shores, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restores. Sound system of the sea, vibrations in the brine rise from the deep, break the linear line. The shell is a speaker, the sand is the tape. No spirit can linger, no memory can escape. Salted echo of forgotten shores, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restores. Echoing, washing over the sand. The tide never lies. Forgotten shores, salted echo in the dub of the tide, in the salt of the echo. beneath the limestone, where the fossil records sleep. A resonance is gathering, secrets that the mountains keep. Lower than the thunder, heavier than the tide. There is no hollow fortress where the guilty ones can hide. The strata shifts in silence while the iron towers roar, measuring the arrogance of every marble floor. Not a word is spoken in the language of the dust, just a subharmonic reckoning for the systems built on rust. The needle on the graph starts its jagged rhythmic dance. The weight of all our shadows finally breaks its trance. Feel the pressure in the marrow, feel the pulse inside the stone. The subterranean kingdom claims its rightful heavy throne. A seismic verdict from the low end, when the pillars of the vanity begin to bow and bend. Hear the gravity collapsing in a frequency of truth, stripping every silver light from the tall glass house of youth. It is the judgment of the bedrock, the wisdom of the deep, waking all the promises that the weary giants keep. Tectonic plates are grinding like the gears of ancient law, finding every fracture and revealing every flaw. They built their empires on the shifting golden sand, ignoring the vibration that was rising through the land. Now the speakers of the earth hum a terrifying tune beneath the copper shadows of a cold and hollow moon. Feel the pressure in the marrow, feel the pulse inside the stone. The subterranean kingdom claims its rightful heavy throne. A seismic verdict from the low end, when the pillars of the vanity begin to bow and bend. Hear the gravity collapsing in a frequency of truth, stripping every silver light from the tall glass house of youth. It is the judgment of the bedrock, the wisdom of the deep, waking all the promises that the weary giants keep. Echoes in the valley of the shadow of the dove. Vibration is the water and the rhythm is the scrub. Wash away the tinsel, let the heavy timber fall, until the low end frequency is written on the wall. A seismic verdict from the low end, when the pillars of the vanity begin to bow and bend. Hear the gravity collapsing in a frequency of truth, stripping every silver light from the tall glass house of youth. It is the judgment of the bedrock, the wisdom of the deep, waking all the promises that the weary giants keep. From the low end, let it rumble through your soul. The verdict is heavy, the verdict is whole. Subsonic justice in the echo in the hole, fading into the deep, into the deep. Oh ah, oh ah. The horizon is a copper cup overflowing, spilling indigo wine on the edge of the deep. Clouds stagger through the amber glowing, while the ancient promises the prophets keep. My spirit is a fortress built of cedar and stone, untouched by the shadows that the empires cast. I stand on the shoreline entirely alone. The future is breathing on the neck of the past. The heavy rhythm is the only law I obey, watching the fire turn the ocean to gray. The sky is reeling in a crimson daze, lost in the velvet of the evening haze. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can clear the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Babylon builds fences of rusted wire, but they cannot fence the scent of the rain. Every heartbeat is a funeral pyre for the ego and its heavy gilded chain. I am the unmapped island in a digital sea, a frequency vibrating beyond their control. The gravity of mercy has set me free to dance where the celestial thunders roll. The heavy rhythm is the only law I obey, watching the fire turn the ocean to gray. The sky is reeling in a crimson daze, lost in the velvet of the evening haze. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can claim the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Echoes in the valley where the shadows dance, a trance of the spirit, not a game of chance. The sun is a coin melting into the brine. The kingdom is within and the kingdom is mine. I and I stay steady while the firmament swings. The peacock of heaven is spreading its wings. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul, golden embers in a silver bowl. No crown can claim the light that I hold. Drunken sunsets over a sovereign soul. Let the colors spill while the world stands still. The monolithic shadow stretches across the valley of decision. Hear the resonance of the ancient drum against the cold gray wall. Vibrations rising from the subfloor of the world. Of the weeping sky, where the smoke of the factory is the only cloud to fly. They map the horizon in 90-degree lines, trapping the sunlight in architectural shrines. Veins of copper pulse with a hollow hum tune under the gaze of a pale smog-filtered moon. Every window is a mirror reflecting a ghost in the garden of bar. We are the unwanted host. The mortar is thirsty, the bricks are so dry, holding the secrets that the blueprints deny. Concrete cages and the rusting crown, tearing the curtains of this Babylonian town. The gold has turned green in the acid of greed, sowing the asphalt with the bitter black seed. Concrete cages and the rusting crown, waiting for the rhythm to bring it all down. The king of the summit sits on a throne of debris, selling the wind and the salt of the sea. His velvet is moth-eaten, his scepter is lead, feeding on echoes of the words that he said. He counts his commissions in the silence of halls, while the ivy starts climbing the vanity walls. A kingdom of shadows, a palace of dust, surrendering slowly to the orange of rust. But beneath the foundation, the earth still heaves, remembering the weight of the fallen leaves. No measure of granite can stifle the root, no ironclad law can silence the flute. The cracks are the map to the world left behind. In the dark of the cellar, the truth is refined. Concrete cages and the rusting crown, tearing the curtains of this Babylonian town. The gold is turned green in the acid of greed, sowing the asphalt with the bitter black seed. Concrete cages and the rusting crown, waiting for the rhythm to bring it all down. Let the rain wash the oxide away, Whoa, The sky turns the color of a bruised plum, heavy with the weight of unshed tears. Wait for the spark in the thunder's drum to wash away the thirst of 1,000 years. The first drop strikes the obsidian vein, a needle of silver on a record of stone. Jasmine rises from the genealogy of drought, calling the marrow back to the bone. These are the trails where the monoliths lean, woven in the fabric of the tall yellow grass. Every pore in the earth is a long gasping wide, watching the shadows of the ancestors pass. It is the alchemy of the parched and the drowned, the scent of a memory that cannot be bound. The scent of petrichor on ancient paths, rising like incense from a subterranean floor. A fragrant bridge over the valley of rock, opening the latch on a long forgotten door. Scent of petrichor on ancient paths, the spirit of the soil is seeking for more. Red clay softens under the weight of the chant, where the basalt was cracked by the heat of the sun. A liquid cartography etched in the sill, telling the story of how the rivers used to run. No gold in the pocket, just iron in the stride. Walking with the limestone remembers the sea. The fragrance is a witness, a holy perfume, setting the ghosts of the wilderness free. Scent of petrichor on ancient paths, rising like incense from a subterranean floor. A fragrant bridge over the valley of wrath, opening the latch on a long forgotten door. Scent of petrichor on ancient paths, the spirit of the soil is seeking for more. Breath of the mountain, blood of the sky, the dust is a witness that never will die. Roots in the dark, reaching for the rain, healing the scar and the legacy of pain. Inhale the history, exhale the fire, lifting the soul from the lowland mire. Scent of petrichor on ancient paths, rising like incense from a subterranean floor. A fragrant bridge over the valley of wrath, opening the latch on a long forgotten door. Scent of petrichor on ancient paths, the spirit of the soil is seeking for more. The rain is a rhythm, the earth is the drum. From the dust we rose, No, 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 no. The permafrost of glass and rebar bites into the marrow of the neon nights, where mercury vapors mimic a frozen sun, and the race for the vacuum has already begun. But beneath the gray slab, a tectonic sigh refuses to wither, refuses to die. We are the grit in the gears of the cold, the story of iron that refused to be sold. The mortar may flake and the iron may rust, but the spirit is diamond amidst all the dust. Lithic defiance in the concrete tundra. The stone is awake while the city falls under. A granite pulse in a hollow machine, keeping the memory of the evergreen solid like basalt, ancient and deep. The mountains are waking while the skyscrapers sleep. Sedimentary echoes in the subway veins, washing away the industrial stains. Babylon builds with a brittle design, while we are the gold in the heart of the mine. Obsidian blades in the palm of the poor, carving a path through the corridor floor. The asphalt is shivering, the pavement is thin. Let the weight of the mountain finally begin. Lithic defiance in the concrete tundra. The stone is awake while the city falls under. A granite pulse in a hollow machine, keeping the memory of the evergreen solid like basalt, ancient and deep. The mountains are waking while the skyscrapers sleep. In the canyon of the monoliths, stripping the truth from the corporate myths. One pebble can shatter the mirror of power. The desert is waiting for its finest hour. Heavy is the rhythm, steady is the weight, petrified hope at the winter gate. Lithic defiance in the concrete tundra. The stone is awake while the city falls under. A granite pulse in a hollow machine, keeping the memory of the evergreen solid like basalt, ancient and deep. The mountains are waking while the skyscrapers sleep. Basalt and bone, the temple of stone. Deep in the tundra, the roots remain. The roots remain. Defiance. Beneath the tectonic hum of the Silicon Valley, where the ghosts of the nomads in silence still rally, a silhouette etched into basalt and lime, defying the gravity of linear time. His mane is a tapestry of unburnt desire, the oxygen thief in a city on fire. He does not roar for the deaf to behold, he flickers in secrets in stories untold. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. Footprints are craters where the galaxy bled, a majestic cartography for those who were led away from the clockworking gears of the greed to the original soil and the primal seed. The gold in his eye is a sun going down, reflecting the rust on the emperor's crown. He speaks in the language of heat and of ash, a rhythmic rebirth in the lightning's flash. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. The furnace is cold, but the core is still bright. Infrared visions in the middle of night. Iron and velvet, the shadow and flame. The desert remembers the sound of his name. Not a thunderous cry, but a low frequency hum, beating the chest of the mystical drum. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. In the smoke, in the soot, the ancient path, the silent root, whispering, just a whisper, embers of the king, fading into the dark, fading into the light. Beneath the tectonic hum of the Silicon Valley, where the ghosts of the nomads in silence still rally, a silhouette etched into basalt and lime, defying the gravity of linear time. His mien is a tapestry of unburnt desire, the oxygen thief in a city on fire. He does not roar for the deaf to behold, he flickers in secrets and stories untold, whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine, whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. His footprints are craters where the galaxy bled, a majestic cartography for those who were led away from the clockwork and gears of the greed to the original soil and the primal sea. The gold in his eye is the sun going down, reflecting the rust on the emperor's crown. He speaks in the language of heat and of ash, a rhythmic rebirth in the lightning's flash, whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine, whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. The furnace is cold, but the core is still bright, infrared visions in the middle of night, iron and velvet, the shadow and flame. The desert remembers the sound of his name, not a thunderous cry, but a low frequency hum, beating the chest of the mystical drum. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine, whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. In the smoke, in the suit, the engine paw, the silent root, whispering, just a whisper, embers of the king, fading into the dark, fading into the light. The tide recedes into a hollow hum, vibration rising from the sediment. crystals bloom upon the driftwood bone. A calcified language left in the undertone. The manganese depths breathe a heavy load, tracing the scars where the red corals grow. We walk on the teeth of a sleeping reef, sifting through grains of an ancient grief. The brine is an ink that the moon will write on the obsidian canvas of a windless night. Can you hear the limestone sighing? Can you feel the petrified currents crying? The salted echo of forgotten shores, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restores. Babylon mirrors are cracked by the spray. The ghost of the galleon is drifting away. They buried the truth in the silt and the clay, but the ocean speaks in a different way. A rhythm pulse in the marrow of time, washing the filth and the soot and the grime. From the abyss where the silence is gold, the stories of kings and the captives unfold. Can you hear the limestone sighing? Can you feel the petrified currents crying? The salted echo of forgotten shores, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restored. Sound system of the sea, vibrations in the brine, rise from the deep, break the linear line. The shell is a speaker, the sand is the tape. No spirit can linger, no memory can escape. The salted echo of forgotten shore, resonating through the open doors. The salted echo of forgotten shores. What was taken, the deep restored. Washing over the sand, the tide never lies. Forgotten shores, salted in the dub of the tide, in the salt of the echo. tectonic hum of the Silicon Valley, where the ghosts of the nomads in silence still rally. A silhouette etched into basalt and lime, defying the gravity of linear time. His mane is a tapestry of unburnt desire, the oxygen thief in a city on fire. He does not roar for the deaf to behold, he flickers in secrets in stories untold. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. Footprints are craters where the galaxy bled, a majestic cartography for those who were led away from the clockworking gears of the greed to the original soil and the primal seed. The gold in his eye is a sun going down, reflecting the rust on the emperor's crown. He speaks in the language of heat and of ash, a rhythmic rebirth in the lightning's flash. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. The furnace is cold, but the core is still bright. Infrared visions in the middle of night. Iron and velvet, the shadow and flame. The desert remembers the sound of his name. Not a thunderous cry, but a low frequency hum, beating the chest of the mystical drum. Whispering embers of the ancient lion, smoldering deep in the bedrock of Zion, fanning the sparks of a memory divine, turning the water of history to wine. Whispering embers, glowing so low, wherever the winds of the ancestors blow. In the smoke, in the soot, the ancient path, the silent root, whispering, just a whisper, embers of the king, fading into the dark, fading into the light.